Hey everyone, today we are outside of Pace University in Lower Manhattan, just as you get off the walking ramp to the Brooklyn Bridge. And on today's tour, we're going to be walking directly from Pace University all the way to New York City's Chinatown. But we're going to be taking a little bit of a different way. We're not going to be doing the traditional way, walking up Broadway all the way to Canal. What I want to do is go near some of the courthouses and walk directly in front of City Hall, where we are right now. It's about 5:30 p.m. It's about 48 degrees. It's a pretty cold and blustery day, but it should be a clear enough day for a walk. So let's go ahead and get this walking tour started. One of the things I'd like to mention as we're walking past the main pedestrian entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge is they've just finally separated all the specific segments of the bridge. So you have the pedestrian walking path, you have a dedicated bike lane, and then you have a dedicated space for vehicles. Now before, you had the bikes and the pedestrians all in one area, which was very inconvenient. So if you're thinking about taking a trip to New York this spring or this summer, just know that you're not going to have to deal with any of those cyclists. You're also not going to have to deal with any of the vendors. People blasting music, trying to sell you things on the bridge. The NYPD has really cracked down on that and done a really good job at enforcement. Now, if you want to get here, you could take the 4, 5, and 6 trains to Brooklyn Bridge City Hall subway station, which is right here. I'd say the easiest way to get here from Midtown Manhattan, specifically Grand Central Station, 42nd Street, is just getting on there, taking the 6, and taking the 6 train to the last stop. Now, Lower Manhattan has also changed a lot over the years, right? Because Lower Manhattan has such a high concentration of office buildings, but old office buildings, right? All along Wall Street, Water Street, Broad Street, and the like. But things have changed significantly. Like the office landscape in New York has done a really complete 180. And a lot of the major financial institutions, consulting firms, investment banks, they're really not down here, right? Except for a select few, like Goldman Sachs, who's on West Street. But a lot of them are on Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. So that has left a lot of these older office buildings vacant. And if you walk down Wall Street, now even 60 Wall Street, where you had the Deutsche Bank, that is no longer Deutsche Bank. They've moved uptown to the Time Warner Center. And there's a lot of condo conversions all along Water Street. So I think the city is really going to have to do something about the revitalization of the neighborhood, specifically Lower Manhattan. And I think they've been doing a decent job of that with the South Street Seaport and the Tin Building. But it's not as fashionable to live in Lower Manhattan anymore, right? And I'm talking about the financial district, FIDI. Obviously, Tribeca is extremely fashionable and the like, but the further you head down towards the World Trade Center, Wall Street, Water Street, there's only a select few buildings that have been selling really well, one of which is 130 Williams. So I'm very optimistic on Lower Manhattan moving forward with a lot of the new additions and renovations to the South Street Seaport. This is now Center Street and Reed Street. These are all the main courthouses in Manhattan. Now, in this building right behind us, when I was a kid meaning like 17 years old, this is where I took my test for the New York City Police Department, right in here. I believe you're eligible at 17 and a half years old, and literally the day I turned 17 and a half, I came down here to Lower Manhattan and took that test. I believe the vast majority of the civil service examinations are given right there. Okay, St. Andrew's Plaza, Reed Street, Center Street, 2 Lafayette Street is here. And let's go ahead and check out some of the beautiful architecture on these buildings. Now you could also come down here to get married, which is in this building right here. I'll zoom in on it, all the way at the end. That's the main courthouse where you could get courthouse marriage. A lot of different scenes from like Law and Order have been filmed down here. Excuse me. Still a little sick. But just amazing, amazing architecture down here. Here you have some court officers on the stairs. You could even see a little bit of the 270 Park building. You can see all the security. This is one of my favorite shots looking back. You have this really unique view of the spire of the World Trade Center. One more shot looking back at the United States Courthouse here. This is the Supreme Court at 60 Center Street. For the sake of this tour, we're going to make a right here. This is going to be on Worth Street, W-O-R-T-H. So if you're at the Brooklyn Bridge and you just follow the path that I've taken, this is going to set you up really nicely to go into Chinatown, where there's a lot of good restaurants, coffee shops, boba places. This is the state office building right on the corner of Worth Street. And this is where you have a lot of the courthouse marriages here. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this right on Worth. And you'll know you're going the right way because you're going to see this massive blue skyscraper, and that is Extel's One Manhattan Square. Here you can see the Correction, New York City Correction Transportation Division. Probably bringing people to and from the pen. Okay, now we're going to be on the corner of Baxter Street. Right on the corner of Baxter, you have a lot of these basketball courts, as well as outdoor playgrounds. In the summer, this place is extremely busy. I used to come down here all the time, watch people play basketball right here. And then that's pretty much the miniature skyline, all those pre-war buildings of Chinatown. Might as well take a walk through the park just to show you. If we turn back, you're going to see one of the most famous buildings in Tribeca. That's 56 Leonard Street, or the Jenga building. We actually have a really nice listing in that building right now. It's beautiful. We'll have to do another walking tour of Tribeca. It's very picturesque, particularly when it's nice out. Just hasn't really been nice out lately. This is Columbus Park. Remember, right off Baxter Street. You can see some ping pong over here. You also have those soccer fields. I used to spend a lot of time there. And there you have the basketball. I used to play pickup soccer here all the time. Now there's another soccer field right at Grand Street in Chinatown where you have crazy pickup soccer games. But I'll show you the basketball court and then the second soccer field. Really nice cityscape in the back with 56 Leonard. Tasty dumplings, 42 Mulberry Street. If you continue on Mulberry Street, it'll bring you into Little Italy as well. Here's another basketball court.
Sorry.
If you make a left here and look back, this is probably one of the most pretty views you'll ever see in the city. I'll show you what I mean. Man, one of my favorite restaurants is over here too. 456 New Shanghai restaurant. In my opinion, that's the best Chinese restaurant in Chinatown in Manhattan. You'll also have Wo Hop very close here. Now we're on Mott Street. Look at how unique that view is. With the lighting, you can't really see that well, but you see the spire of the World Trade Center. Take you right past Wo Hop. But there's so many good places to eat around here. Pretty affordable too. Soup dumplings, crab meat and pork, about $10.75. Here's Wo Hop. Look at how beautiful the buildings are. That red brick facade, fire escapes. Excuse me. It's kind of a shame, but you're starting to see a lot of these newer buildings go up, which is kind of a bummer because, I don't know, I'm not a big fan. Let's just say that, architecturally speaking. You have more ramen places across the street. This is the very famous arcade right here. Chatham Square and Mott. Here's a look back at where we just were. Really beautiful. There's a very famous restaurant here that I think is a little bit overrated. It's called Joe Shanghai. Actually not a huge fan of it. I think there's a lot better places you could go to. But this is walking towards the Manhattan Bridge here. Audrey Bakery and Cafe. You can see the underpass of the Manhattan Bridge here. But Doyers Street, this is where I really want to show you. This is an awesome place. It's really nice during the weekends and when there's not this huge mail truck here, but usually you see people eating outside at all the restaurants. This place is very good. 1 Doyers Street. I've eaten here many, many times. It is cash only, tasty hand-pulled noodles. And when all the scaffolding is down, you could see the murals of some of the main artists, like here. This is really, really beautiful. But unfortunately, it's covered in all this scaffolding. Taiwan Pork Chop House. One of the things I love about Chinatown are all these paper lanterns here. It's beautiful, and the red brick contrasting with the blue sky. Oh no, it's okay. Hey. This place is relatively new. This place is interesting. Look at this. Dada dumpling and dessert. I have to try that. The place we just passed is really good dim sum parlor. You have the Hong Kong Cafe. And here's some more of the beautiful murals here. This is right on the cross section of Pell Street. Now, if you make a left on Pell Street, it'll bring you to my favorite tea shop in all of Manhattan. And that is called Miss Dew's Tea Shop. Joe's Ginger is also very good, but many of these places are cash only. So generally speaking, if you're coming down to Chinatown, make sure you bring cash. This is Joe's Ginger, which is exceptionally good. Mei Lei Wa. Wonton noodles. And this place is a must go. This is my all-time favorite spot across the street. This place is the best. Miss Dew's Tea Shop. It's open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So write it down. If you're visiting New York, particularly Chinatown, that's the best place. All right, we're going to merge back onto Mott Street. This is the cross section of Pell and Mott. And this is the street where a lot of my favorite restaurants are on. Particularly the 456 New Shanghai restaurant. I'll try to get the brightness in and out. But a beautiful blue sky here. This is Gongcha. This is a pretty good tea spot, but not the best. It's a big chain. It's pretty decent, but I come here from time to time, not all the time. Yeah. This place is a very good dessert spot. Icy Melon. It's 49 Mott Street. I would write this down too if you're visiting Chinatown. This is probably one of my favorite dessert places in Chinatown, Icy Melon. I always get the mango pancake here, which is fantastic. Now we're on the corner of Doyers Street. If you make a right,
oh my God,
this will bring you to the original ice cream factory in Chinatown, which we'll quickly take a look at. There's so many new tea places here. But this place is always packed. 65 Doyers Street. This is a new Korean spot. Apparently they have a very good lunch special, so check this place out. Tada. Korean fried chicken. Pretty good lunch special. And this is a new Taiwanese tea place. I haven't tried this yet. San Chen.
but I saw there's probably some people. Okay.
You should just be clean type of thing. Like you should just clean up after yourself.
want to take you to one of my favorite noodle places in the city, which is right over here. Not this one, but this is intriguing. I have yet to try this. There's so many places here that it's almost impossible to try everything. This is the best spot. Great New York Noodle Town, right on the corner of the Bowery. Now, they recently renovated this after the pandemic, and I don't think it's cash only anymore. It used to be cash only. But this place is the best. If you're visiting Chinatown, this is like a must visit. And it's very, very affordable too. We'll go back to Mott Street and we'll make a right, where I'll be able to show you my favorite restaurants in all of Chinatown. Here's the Melee Wa again. Always will have a big line. Smells crazy good here. This is the Golden Shanghai. I've eaten here once, it's all right. There's also a very spicy soup place called Malatang. Malatang is a very spicy Chinese soup. Oh, this place looks new. Molly Tea. I'll have to try it.
Anyone want jasmine milk tea? Jasmine milk tea? Fresh milk?
This is the Ming Wong restaurant, 61 Mott. My favorite is right here, 456 New Shanghai restaurant, which is at 69 Mott Street.
Like, would you go and buy this? And would you be happy if someone was representing?
This place is pretty expensive. This is where they sell the maltong. I would recommend you trying it though. Essentially, you go in there, they give you a bowl, and you pick really whatever you want to put in the soup. There's like 1,000 different types of vegetables, beef, meat, pork, I mean, anything you want. It's very, very cool. This looks like a Asian little supermarket. When I was in Korea, they had a lot of these where you could buy different like Korean snacks, Japanese snacks, things like that. And this is a new place too, this hand-pulled noodles.
I asked you the same thing to mom.
Make a left on Canal Street. It's the Taipan Bakery. So Canal Street pretty much splits the island of Manhattan in half. If we continue down towards the west, that'll run us right into the tunnel, the Lincoln Tunnel. Or Holland. Takes you out to New Jersey. If you continue to go east, that'll go all the way to the Manhattan Bridge. And now we're back to Mulberry Street, which will take you into Little Italy.
Pero si quería ir a moda.
I think we're going.
Okay, and we'll end right at Doyers Street. So if you guys enjoyed that walk from Lower Manhattan, Brooklyn Bridge to Chinatown, feel free to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more New York City walking tours, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.